Welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be drawing this lovely blue, it's a scrub jay, blue jay, but it's a specific species. We don't have them in Australia. I've got this reference off Unsplash, which is one of my favourite royalty-free reference sites. So, whoops, I've got the wrong, I need my brush. I need my that pen. And then I'm going to start by drawing, I've got to put it onto my brush there, that brush. I'm going to start by getting a paint colour, well, an ink colour. I'm going to go for a dark, almost black, I think. There we go. I'll go, yeah, dark grey. Well, actually, maybe I'll go for a light grey, a light blue grey, because he is a blue sort of a bird. So I'm going to start just getting his basic shape in. So I'll draw his head. I need to shrink my screen a little bit. Whoops. Oh, that's not the button. Where is it? Which button do I press? I haven't drawn for a while on this. Why is it not shrinking? Is this not connected? What's going on here? Just draw his little shape. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I can just manually erase. What's that? None. There we go. Oops. Manually erase the little bits. I did have it connected to my toolbox, but for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to be, because I've just forgotten how to use it, of course, because that's how I roll. So that changes the brush size. Okay, so I'll just draw his basic shape in. Now his head is two times his body. Keep pressing the wrong button. Just going to draw his basic shape, and I measure everything against the head. So the head is 2 times as his body is the depth of his head. Then his tail is the same length as his body. So I'll mark down the bottom there where his tail's going to end. I use my fingers to reference, I'll measure his body like that. Then I use that finger reference. You'll see artists do that a lot. They'll use their fingers to measure things when they're drawing out in nature, which is exactly what I do, but I use it inside as well. I use that for all of my techniques, all of my drawing. Now his beak is about half the width of his head, not quite half, about that. And it goes back onto his little face, like that. His wings are tucked, he's got a wing tucked up. I've got his head a little bit too rounded, but I will adjust that. Just got to figure out what's going on with my, that adjusts my brush size. I've got to figure out how to, it's not letting me make this picture smaller, because I can move it up and down like that. I should be able to make it smaller, but I've forgotten how. Oh, that's my eraser. Okay. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'm pressing all the buttons. Okay, so I haven't drawn on this. I've been drawing on my iPad. Now his wings come down here. He's got beautiful markings on his head. Take his beak up there a bit. His eye is quite large for a little bird. Beautiful. So you can see I already made the background a little bit grey, or green grey, just to give it a natural sort of a look. Got it. I'm going to change. I'm going to erase just a little bit, because I've got to change the top shape of his head a little bit. Okay, we're good. Go back to drawing. Just change that to a little bit less of an angle, a little bit less rounded. He's got more of a rounded back than I've given him. I've got to tuck his tummy in a little bit more. He's a little bit floofed out, but that's okay. Now his legs are down here. He's sitting on a branch, holding onto a branch. So, oh, my camera a little bit tilted. Sorry about that, guys. I keep knocking everything. I can see his chest comes in a bit there, so I'm going to erase just under here a little bit. Just like that. And then his beak goes back, but his feathers come down here. And he's got a beautiful little white spot under his beak here. All right. And he's tiny. He's a tiny little bird. So draw on his little claws. I've got my reference up in front of me. If you see me looking up, pulling faces, I'm trying to look at the bottom of my glasses. I've got my reference up high so I can see it better. And again, I got this reference from Unsplash. It's a royalty-free reference site. I pay a membership so I can have access to some more photos, like just a few more photos than the standard freebie ones. Now I'm not liking this here. I'm going to up the size of the eraser just to make it a bit easier to rub out a bit quicker, like that. I've just got to change that shape a little bit. I'm going to go back to about 7 as the size of my pen. And I'm just using the brush that I'm using. It's actually it mimics a dip pen because I love to draw with dip pen when I'm drawing traditionally. I do tend to draw with dip pen and ink, which is my favourite medium apart from digital now. Just draw this little branch coming down like that. Little branch there. There we go. So I'll have that like that. Now I've got to figure out how to... I must have to press something. I can't remember what I pressed to make the thing smaller. There's a way. There is a way. I just can't remember what it is. But that's okay. Because I haven't drawn. Like I said, I've been drawing on iPad. So it's been a little while. Because I've been just sitting on my lap drawing of an evening. And iPad's great for that, for just sitting there sketching. Got the iPad Pro. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing for just sketching at night. When we're watching a movie or something, I'll just sit there and draw while the fam's watching the movie. Okay, now he's got a greyish back that comes down over his wing like that. All right, that's sort of pretty much his background done. I am going to figure out how to make this smaller. That's the opacity. Why is that one not working? Oh, hang on. Do I press that and then that? Nope. Nope. What button do I press to make that happen? Oh, that's not the one. There's got to be a way of shrinking it. I want to make it smaller. How do I do that? I'm sure. What's that top button do? Oh, that's not it. Okay, that's me drop. Oh, that's a colour dropper. Okay, that's handy. Go back to there. Why is that not letting me? It'll come to me. Sure it does. So it's my brush size. This should be the make it larger and smaller one. Don't know why it's not. How odd. That's okay. All right, so we're going to go on to the blues now. I'm just going to, actually I'll do his eye first. Eyes are fun. Let's start with the eye, and I'm going to start with a dark blue, almost purple. I'm going to swap my brush to like an inky basic brush. I'm going to make the pen size small. Oops, today's a bit smaller than that maybe. And I'm just going to fill in. Oh, actually what I should do, How do I, there's a way of backspacing. I'll figure it out. Not that one. Okay, so I'll just do the eye. Oh, that's it. I'm going to erase that actually. And then I'm going to go to the next layer because I'm a silly duffer and I forgot. Let's do a layer plus a layer. Because that way I don't, I have my drawing on one layer and my painting on the next, so I can delete my paint layer, my drawing layer, sorry, at the very end. I'm also going to use this, I can drop the opacity a bit to draw in the beak, make it a bit more, I've got to change the shape of it. It's got a rounded beak, not quite so hard as I had it. Let's fill that in. I've got a blending tool, I can soften up that look, the look of that in a little while. The bottom is a little bit darker, so oops, that one. Nope. That one. Okay. I can make the opacity strong. What's going on here? Make my brush a little bit bigger. Whoops, not that big maybe. That big. There we go, because it's a little bit darker on the bottom. We'll be going over this with a few more layers as well. Okay, I'm just going to get my blending brush here. And I'm going to make it smaller. So Daisy, not that big. Undo. I forgot which button's undo. Is that undo? That's not undo. That's not undo either. Oh, I forgot undo on here. No, I don't know. Oh my goodness, I've forgotten all the buttons. I'm going to erase that. That is not erasing. Why is that not erasing? Hang on. Oh, get that and then erase. Oh, that's not it. Okay, that's undo. Found undo. We're good. We're good. Okay. I've got to trust my muscle memory. Trust my muscle memory is what I've got to do. So now I'm going to blend. That one. Blend this top of his beak. That's better. Just softens that up a little bit like that. And I'm going to add a highlight to his eye. I'll go back to that other pen. I'm going to get lighter blue-grey and draw that into the top of his eye like that. And then I'm going to add an even lighter blue, a skyish blue, into the reflection on the top like that. And I'll blend that a little bit like that, just for now. And then I'm going to go back to my stronger pen, go back to my black. I'm going to make it darker, super dark. You can see the little differences. Draw his little nostril on his beak. I've got to figure out how to zoom. I cannot remember how to zoom. Interesting. I was sure that was zoom. Hang on. Right. How do I zoom? I need to zoom. I need to zoom. Don't know. Okay. So I'm going to find a light blue now. I'm going to do the light blue on his head. Come back to here. Sort of about that colour. It's a very vibrant blue. I'll start with the lighter one and I'll work my way to the darker. Make it a bit bigger. Brush a bit bigger. And it really stands out against that background nicely. So I thought I'd go with the grey, greeny grey. And I'll leave the edges a little bit rough because I want them to be feathery. there is white here. I just love bird markings. They really do have such a variety of colours, birds. Just absolutely stunning. Right, down there like that. He's got quite blue feathers down here. He's got a grey back. His back's a light grey. So I'll just go round there like that. And I'll do that in a minute. Half of his feathers on his wing are the blue. So I reckon I can even, if I'm careful, I can drag and drop. Where's my colour doodah? Oh, no, that didn't work. Undo. Oh, God, undo. Oh, God, which is the undo? There we go. Maybe we'll just do it manually because I'm obviously very rusty with the tools. So let's not do that. I'll add the detail of the feathers in a minute, and that will really help. Oh, I better check that I've got sound. Have I got sound? Oh, hang on. Oops. Hang on, have I got sound? I should have. I do have sound. Okay, we're good. I just had that moment of, oh, shiver me timbers. I'm not sure if I've got sound, but I do, so we're good. My world is happy. Okay. Hear my tummy grumbling. All right. So then, and the rest of his wings, he's got blue down halfway. So I'm literally just going to block. I'm just blocking that in. I'm not doing too much detail yet. I'm just blocking in the darks. Keeping it simple. Hello, Bacon. How are you, doll? How are you today? What have you been up to? All right, come on down there like that. He's actually got 3 feathers. 3. Okay, I'm going to do his tummy in a light blue. It's a very pale light blue. Come down and around his little tum-tum. Just blocking her all in. Like that. Continue on down, filling in all his fluffy bits. He has a little bit of white on the top of his head. Oops, I've got my brush way too big. Hang on, I forgot how to undo again. Hang on, that one. There we go. Make the brush a little bit smaller. Hear my dog rolling around on the floor, having a great old time. I've got 3 Jack Russells in the art room with me at the moment. Making all the noises they are. But I wouldn't have it any other way. So just come around here. He's got little white flecks. He does have a light grey, so I'll go up into the greys again onto his back. So, and just block in this colour. Block in the grey. Like that. And he's got a stronger blue-grey. Around his eye. So I'll just get this roughed in. Like that. And I can blend it all down. Okay, so grab my blending brush. That's my blender. And I'm just going to soften all of that into itself. Blend that blue into the light grey and just get rid of those. I forgot how to zoom. Which is a real pain in the bot. Where's the zoom button on the top here? There's got to be a zoom button. Where is it? Where's my zoom? Where's my zoom? I'm looking on my screen to see if I can find it. There isn't a magnifying glass. Heavens to Betsy, forgot how to zoom. Because Procreate on the iPad is very, very user-friendly. Hello, Jeremy. How are you, mate? I am very good. I'm just doing a drawing today of a beautiful little blue jay, or a scrub jay, I think it's called. This one. Yeah, that's a better grey. I can darken. I can go lighter at the end. So how have you been? How's your day? How was your weekend? How was your Mother's Day? I think it's Mother's Day everywhere in the world. It was Mother's Day here. What day is it today? Today's Wednesday. God, that was a while ago. I've lost track of days. Lost track of days. I'm going to fill this in. Good, been playing dragons. Nice. Very good. All right, it's starting to come together. Mother's Day was a month ago or so. Oh, okay, so it's different on your side of the world. Yeah, it was this Sunday just gone here for Australia. We're the same as England, I think. I always get my times mixed up. These time zones. So I'm just roughing in some of these under wing feathers. At least for you, yeah. Yeah, cool. I had a lovely weekend. I did absolutely nothing. I played games. What else did I do? Absolutely nothing. I was very lazy. Very lazy. I thoroughly enjoyed it. 15th of March, okay. It's weird how it's different on all different sides of the world. I'm going to go around his eye a little bit. Wrong year, but either way, ours is in March, yeah. All right. Come down there. I really need to figure out how to zoom this silly thing. Okay, maybe, oh, I know, hang on. I can do it with my, can I do it? Why? Escape, hang on. I've done something. No, I don't want to do that. Oh my God, I've pressed a button. Hang on. I should be able to, why can't I zoom? Even my mouse isn't zooming. Unless it's a glitch with the app. Might be a glitch with the app. Because even my mouse isn't doing it. Why? That is so odd. Doesn't matter. We'll just work around it. Okay. So now this is a slightly lighter blue around his wings. So I'm going to come down here into these paler sort of blues. Or it needs to be a little bit more vibrant than that. Like that, maybe. And then come down onto his wing. And start to block in his back feathers. And I've in my account, in my alerts just there, ignore the Ko-Fi. I've cancelled my Ko-Fi account thing. Your Mother's Day matches with most other countries. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm so, yeah, no idea. Not up with the times and the info. Whoops-a-days. I'm also going to add a little bit of this. Make my brush very small and add some lighter feathers around the top of his little head. Because he's got highlights on the top. The only ones that match mine is everywhere around Scotland and England. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There you go. He's also got white in here. Come down and around. Actually, I should just make that a bit bigger and block that in because I'll add different colours over the top. So I'm just going to thicken that up. Oh my God, turn off. There we go. Thicken that up. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. All right. I'm going to go back into his eye now, back to that stronger grey. make my pen size a little bit smaller. Just darken up a little bit, and now around the outside of his eye. There's little freckles, little freckly dots. Little freckly dots around the outside of his eye. It's a little bit darker under here. I'm going to strengthen up under his beak with a stronger grey. Like that. Also, since we shared this the past 2 days, spiders have climbed down in front of me. Oh no! So it's great fun for an arachnophobe. No, that's awful. Oh. I think they have a sense, spiders have a sense of humour, I'm sure. Why is that not erasing? Oh, because it's the original drawing. I'm going to go back to my dip pen for a second. Need to bring his beak down a fraction. There we go, that's a bit better. And I'm going to add a highlight on the top of his beak as well. Just a highlight there, like that. He does have lighter aspects. It's not very funny. They have a horrible sense of humour, they do. Yep. I swear, spiders, they plan it, they know. Oh my God, the other day too, we have the nastiest ants, like, ugh. We've got bull ants and fire ants and God knows what else that bite you, jumping jacks, which are really horrible. And the other day I was standing talking to my kids near the fence, and because I live on the other end of the farm, and I was leaning on the fence and I had a bloody jumping jack on my arm. And I'm like, I looked down, it didn't bite me, thank God, because they hurt like hell, all hell. They hurt, they burn. But it was sitting on my arm, and I've looked down and I'm like, oh my God. Like, I could swear it was laughing at me. Okay, so now this is a really blue. This is a really blue, sort of a greyish colour. So now I'm going to go in over the top of this. I need to make it a bit more grey even. There's going to be a chance that there's cat safe spray that might scare away spiders. Really? Oh. I hope it does, because that will help so much. Yeah, oh my God, Australia, we could use that. That's for sure. That's for sure we could use that. My goodness gracious, great balls of cotton fluff. We could certainly use a spider scarer-offerer. I've been bitten many times by many spiders. All right. Down and around here. So it's starting to look all right. His face is starting to look good. No idea why my mouse is not scrolling. I think there's obviously some kind of a glitch in the app, because I can't scroll. So we're going to have to work literally like I would work on traditional paper, just keeping one size. I can't zoom, but that's fine. How I would do a traditional. I can't zoom traditionally. Digital spoils you. It does spoil you after a while. Looks really good. Thank you. Thank you. I find I can do a lot more detail digitally. I'm more confident because you can undo. I'm not as brave drawing traditionally as I am digitally, which is a really interesting. And I love the colours, because I love oil painting, but I haven't got the patience. It's going to blend. I haven't got the patience for it because it takes too many days to dry, weeks and months even, some cases. But this gives me the effect of oil. I've had a lot of comments on people saying, you know, gee, you get it to look like watercolour or you get it to look like oil. So I can get the same effects that I want without having to wait weeks for it to dry. Also, do art as on board. Do it. That'll be awesome, duh. That would be awesome. And I've got my kids got me back into my Discord. So I've been able to see what's going on in Discord again. I'm really bad at it, but but I've been able to access it again. I locked myself out somehow, as you do when you're a me. All right. So it's just work. I work layers. So I start on the bottom layer. I've got 2 layers. I've got a drawing layer and a painting layer. I'm not doing multiple bazillions of layers for digital. I treat it very traditionally. At some point I can show you the Dreamlight Valley. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I was watching a tutorial on that the other day actually. One of the streamers I follow was playing it and I thought, oh, and I thought I'll watch that. So I've seen a little bit of it. What's going on? Oh. It looks beautiful. It does look like a beautiful game. Okay. Got to go the lighter grey again. That's not light enough. I've got to go almost white then on the top. And start to sort of fluff up around here. It's a pretty game. It looks beautiful and I love Disney. I do love Disney. My husband and I watched Beauty and the Beast the other day and The Little Mermaid. I've never seen The Little Mermaid, so that was interesting. That was a fun one. I'm going to go a slightly darker blue down here. Yeah, I'd never seen The Little Mermaid, so we watched that. I do love a Disney movie, I have to say. And I'm old school Disney because I'm old. I can even show some of the other fun games I have that might... Yeah, that'd be awesome, Dale. That'd be great. Because I'm always looking for new games. As you know, I love a game. I've never thought I would get into farm sims. But I'm really quite into that now. They're just so chill. It's almost as therapeutic as drawing. Bit different to Dark Souls. But yeah, that'd be lovely, Del. I'm going to work my way down. Got to go a little bit darker, a little bit of a darker grey. Oh, my dog's got... Oh, Bear's brought his toy in. I'm going to swap to... I'm going to go back to my dip pen so I can draw finer lines. Just let me know when you'll be able to call on Discord and I can show you some. Cool, will do. Will do. I don't know how to do things on Discord. You'll have to talk me through it because I'm really bad. My son-in-law knows how to do it. He can teach me. Okay. I'm going to take this grey, this blue grey, just to add a little bit more texture. I've got to do a lot more feather detail, but I'm just going to build up little by little. I can probably use this watercolour-y sort of a brush. That's a lovely brush, actually. I'll make it smaller. Got it way too big. Just to add a little bit more softness into these feathers. They're looking a bit harsh. Just around the edges. Use this watercolour brush to blend a little bit. Make it a bit bigger to come down onto this bit. Full opacity just shows you that the brushes in this app, this is a free app. I did pay a little bit because I like to support the developers. You can get this app for free, the Krita app. I'll do my best to teach. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so go back to the light blue. Oops, keep it a bit smaller. I don't want that harsh sort of a... My dog just made a stinky. I can smell it. Whew. Oh my goodness. Which one of you did that? I've got 3 to choose from. All right, so just adding a little bit of texture to these feathery bits. I'm not sure that I like what I've done there. I'm going to go back in and fill in this around here. I sort of left it out. I'll just block that in. Fill that in. Hi, babe. That's my husband.
Good, how you going?
Good. I'm streaming. What are you up to?
I know, that's sorry.
Oh, I wanted to come too.
Like, I'll give you half an hour.
Okay. All right.
We're just going to get some bird seed and some bits of beef.
Yep. No, I'll come with you. I'll come with you. Oh, he's a good man. Looks really good at least. Thank you. Yeah, I'll finish it. Like I won't I will finish it. Let's go into town and get some bird seed for the wild birds because I love me wild birds. We've run out, just about run out. Now I'm going to come down here. Whoops a days, that's way too big. Where's my eraser? No, not my eraser, undo. Just undo. That's the one. Make my brush smaller, like a 1. I'm going to draw in these feathers like that. Fun. What type of birds do you see usually flying around? Oh my gosh, we've got crimson rosellas at the moment, which are just absolutely gorgeous. We've got a whole family of crimson rosellas. Red-faced finches, red-brow finches by the 1,000. Corellas, which are like a cockatoo, but they don't have the crest. What else have we got at the moment? Normal cockatoos, like sulphur-crested cockies. Sparrows, tons of sparrows. And I'm a bird watcher. I sit out the back for hours. They all just come out to the back door pretty much. And I feed them we've got a paddock behind the house and I feed them there. And we've got beautiful magpies. Our magpies are very different to magpies around the world. Our magpies are hilarious. If you Google Australian magpie, they are so beautiful. And they sing the most beautiful songs. They are just magical birds. And they're very funny. They do have a sense of humour. And ours are all very tame because they're used to me now. Like I walk out the back and they all start squawking. And you can hear them. They're like, she's coming, come down, it's dinner time. So you hear them the second I go out there, they all start squawking. It's so cute. It makes my soul very happy to have lots of little birds around. I love them. We just have seagulls and pigeons. I love pigeons too. Oh, my word. I love pigeons. We have like 3 crested pigeons that come in. So there's someone's got what do you call it? I forgot what the pigeon houses are called. I like the fact they look like an Oreo. Oh, that's cute. But, yeah, with crested pigeons are absolutely beautiful colours. And we've got 3 of them that are coming in. I think someone's got homing pigeons. They're someone's pets, but I feed them so they come to me. Okay, now I'm going to go a darker grey. Darker grey. I'm going to add feather texture. There used to be a ton of oyster catchers around and they've declined. Yes, it's amazing. We've got, actually this year, we've got more birds back than we've ever had, like in years. So our climate over here is actually a bit, we've had birds I've never seen here. We don't usually get rainbow lorikeets. They're usually a bit further north, but they've come down. We've got warmer weather at the moment. So, and I've never had rainbow lorikeets. But this year we had a whole family of rainbow lorikeets. So, and they are gorgeous, beautiful birds. So we've got, Australia is very big on wild birds. Very, very big on wild birds. We have tons of them. But they're one of my favourite animals, so I'm very lucky like that. I spend hours just watching them. All right, so now I'm going to, these birds we don't have in Australia. I just really love the colours of them. So come down here. It's going to add a little bit of definition into there. Rainbow lorikeet looks like it's been dumped in paint a few times. It does. That's a really good description. It really does. They're beautiful. They are gorgeous, delicate little birds. Oops, no, that's way too strong. I've got to make that a little bit less opaque. Which button do I press? That one. I just need it to be a little bit softer. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? None. I'm going to get this little brush. That's better. Hang on, I'm going to undo those marks because I like that brush better. Make it smaller. And then so that gives me a softer, feathery effect. So that's better. Okay. Continue on with these feathers down here. What type of bird do you like? Parrots, raptors, etc. Oh my God, my absolute favourite bird is a cassowary. My absolute favourite bird. without a doubt, is a cassowary, and it's a raptor. It's huge. Oh, it's not really actually. No, it's a flightless bird. It's a bit smaller than an emu in size, but it's heavier. It's a heavy set bird, and it's got very dinosaur-like legs. If you Google cassowary, CASSOWARY, they are magnificent. Magnificent birds. They're my favourite. Then would be sparrows. Love sparrows and wrens and finches. Eagles we've got beautiful wedge-tailed eagles around here. But I'm always concerned about my little dogs will get eaten. I like raptors. They all look cool. They're beautiful. They are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. Right, just going to draw his little leggies in. His little feet, little toes. Fair, yeah. And they're huge. Our eagles are massive. Like they can take a lamb quite comfortably and carry him around. And we've got a family of eagles that live in the tree line down the bottom of our farm. So they're around, but they've been zooming in on the lambs on the other farms, so we've been all right. Now I'm going to take this blue onto his tummy feathers a bit more. Not worrying about a background for this little guy. I'm going to soften up a little bit around his tum. And it's just a matter of building up layers, slowly. Take your time and just add texture and detail. All right, I've got to go darker. I'm going to go back to that stronger pen. I'm going to draw in a little bit more feather detail now. Keep my brush size quite small. Might make it a little bit bigger, tiny bit bigger, so I can get a bit more coverage there. And just get these edges of these wing feathers in. Also, I did just look, cassowaries are not raptors, even ignoring the flight thing. They don't have the diet like... No, they're fruit. They eat fruit. I was thinking along the lines of velociraptor, like the look of their legs. They're just beautiful birds. Absolutely. They're my favourite by far. There's one at our zoo in Melbourne, and I would quite often go and draw, and I would sit at her yard, and she was just like the velociraptor, you know, like they've got it set up like a rainforest, her enclosure, and it's literally you saw the bushes part, like you see the ferns and things wiggling and wobbling, and you could hear her coming, but you couldn't see her, and then she just appeared out of the bushes, and she's just, they're breathtaking. Like they are true dinosaur birds. True dinosaur-like birds. Raptors are just carnivores. Oh, there you go. I didn't know that. See, you've taught me something. You've taught me something. Still love the sound of them. Oh, yeah. I just love birds in general. They're just all amazing. But and I also love the little wrens and the little finches. I've always loved finches. I had an aviary years ago. Now I just feed the wild birds because I don't like to have them enclosed. But I had an aviary years and years ago, and I had finches and canaries. All right, come down here. Just darken up the back of these little legs. I've got to add a little bit more of a feathery detail in here. All right, darken up under here. What I might do is I might stop this stream. I might go shopping with my husband, and then I will come back and finish this later on today. So be work in progress. I don't usually do that, but I really want to go into town with my hubby. So I might do that. So I've got this sort of half done. He's about half done, but I will come back and I will finish this off, possibly later today, but definitely, if not today, tomorrow. So I will say goodbye. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's 45 minutes, but it shows you what you can do in 45 minutes. It's quite simple, and Krita is really good, and maybe I'll be able to fix my Zoomy Doodah because I haven't got a Zoomy Doodah. Looks great for a work in progress. Thank you. Thank you. I'll do a little bit of a background, but we'll give that a go later. But thank you for being here. I will be back to finish this piece off, and have a great day, night, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. And thank you for hanging out, Jeremy. Oh, speaking of such things, Jeremy, in my game in Dinkum, because I've been naming all my animals after people in my follow-up, my friends in chat, and I've named a wombat. I've got Jeremy the wombat now. So next time I play that game, you'll have to come and have a look. But anyway, I will see you later. Have a